Action on Poverty was today represented at the Piazza by Unite the Union, the Divorced Women's Group, Equality Rights Group and the Private Sector Workers and Pensioners Association. The bottom line is a fairer distribution of wealth and a system that ensures a living wage as opposed to a minimum wage. Although legislation now protects divorced women who haven't contributed, a small number remain caught in the period before the law was changed.
It specifically is two issues of broken promises. Both these groups have been promised in the past that some fairness and some justice would be done in respect to their claims. This has not happened with successive governments. Yet we find today that politicians in Gibraltar are thinking of increasing the number of representatives in the Gibraltar Parliament. We're talking about a 50% increase in MPs. A 50% of increase of MPs represent at least £250,000 minimum. What we are saying is that there are people in Gibraltar who today live in a situation below the poverty line. People like, we're talking about 70 or 80 retired women who today would benefit of a system of improved benefit. If you ask around and you do an opinion poll and you ask people if they feel that 8 more politicians in the House of Assembly in this building today will give us a fairer system or a system of decision making that improve the democracy we have, everybody in Gibraltar will tell you no. I won't tell you what the answer and what they feel that the politicians will do. But definitely nobody feels that the deal that which the citizens today are getting will improve the quality of democracy. Democracy in Gibraltar and the way decisions have been taken with the previous government and with this government is 1 or 2 politicians decide what everybody gets.
The fact that Gibraltar is a wealthy society adds insult to injury as far as the groups are concerned. There's no excuse for anyone falling below the poverty line, they say, and ask for a framework of benefits that bears a realistic relation to living with dignity. The groups believe promises must be kept and what's wrong put right.
There are many pensioners who do fall below the poverty line, and it's unjust. You know, we are an opulent society. It's a rich society by world standards, no? And we think it's only fair that the people who have really made this Gibraltar are suffering. It's not unfair, and the system has to be changed. And I concur with Michael, actually we all concur with Michael, that the system needs to be revamped and relooked at, but not locally. I think somebody has to come in with a fresh air from overseas, bring in an expert and say, look, this is the fairest way that this can be done. And that's the way it should be done. And we hope that government will deliver on what was promised to us.
But just how much poverty exists in Gibraltar? And would it surprise us who think it doesn't happen in our backyard? The lack of data on this is another area of concern to Action on Poverty, which believes further studies are needed.
Let's get a system where we determine, let's bring independent individuals from outside and let's see if people will find citizens in Gibraltar who today are living below the poverty line.
Action on Poverty calls for a reorientation of social security towards entitlements in law instead of a dependence on discretion by politicians and officials.